Yes, here we are, live and direct, straight from Bogota, just like I told you the last time. Um, yeah, well, a little bit earlier because it's really good to start and to check how things are going and if the camera is all good and all that. The connection will be good. So, yeah, here we are. Welcome everybody. I see already some people are entering. Ankush, good. You got in. Good, great. Ankush is from India, and we know each other for a long time right now. It's really nice that you are here and going to listen uh, to this interview today we have with Ana Maria. So I'm going to check uh, if she is already there. Let me check it out. No, she is not there yet. Yeah, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about roses. We're going to talk about flowers in general. We are from Icon Selections. For the people who don't know me, my name is Guillermo Maecha. I'm the commercial director of Icon Selections. I initiated this Icon Selection Connect because that's what it's called to get more insight in what growers are doing. And we are a breeder. We are a breeder of chrysanthemum, and we are also doing roses. And it's pretty nice to hear from the growers who have your varieties how they're going with the varieties of Icon. So in this case, it's a bit different. Let me check if Anna is there already. No, she is not here yet. But okay. Today it is a little bit different because of the fact that Fiori, Colombia, they do roses, and they don't have varieties of Icon. But they are here on the farm, and they saw some of our varieties, including some new selections. So yeah, we're going to ask them a little bit about what do they think about the varieties of Icon. Do we have the opportunity to maybe introduce a variety with them? So yeah, that's really nice. They saw also some production, and yeah, really nice. So yeah, I'm still waiting for Anna to get in. I hope that she can get in. It is it is a very cold day here in Bogota. I have to say that I wanted to put it on my jacket, but look, because the arms are without without something on it. So yeah, it's cold. We are here at in El Tandil, Bogota, Zipaquirá, and that's a farm which is part of GHT Growers Hub Trading, where they grow our varieties of Icon. And I can already show you a little bit what we have because here in the back you can see some of our roses. Second, this is, for example, Amarela, which is one of our yellow roses. And yeah, we are not big. We are not a Tantao or Dumin with a lot of varieties. Right now we have 5 varieties commercial, and yeah, in the new selections we are going to maybe add some 10 more. It's something we are going to decide in June. But for now, we have these varieties, um, and they are commercial. So yeah, if you want to have more information about our roses, just let us know, and I can bring you in contact with the people who are selling it or growing it. Um, I'm still waiting for Anna to enter the chat. I will check if she is there already. Pipe is there as well. Hey, Flopar Flowers, great guys that you are there. Great. I'm going to look. Anna, I don't know if it works with the internet. Ah, so we have to check. Yes. Okay. Anna is there. Anna is there. Yeah, yo. Super. Yeah, great. Uh, we're just 4 meters from
away,
each other.
away, but because of the sound, we had to
Uh-huh.
rooms.
Yeah, we had to switch rooms. It's true. And yeah, well, here we are right now. I already told the people a little bit what you did today with us here at El Tandil. But tell the people a little bit about yourself. What are you doing? What is your experience? And what is the position you have in Fiori, Colombia? And what are you doing?
Okay, so my name is Ana Calle. I'm the sales manager at Fiori, Colombia. It's a funny
Hmm.
story because I have been in flowers for only 2 years because it's a family business, and I decided 2 years ago to get into the world of flowers. So
Hmm.
in my company, I manage the part of sales, logistic, the post harvest also, and the airports as well.
Okay.
So for me, it has been like a roller coaster because actually my life changed 100% because funny fact, I studied fashion design. I'm a fashion designer. And
Wow.
that, yeah, working with flowers. So it's quite different. For my whole life, I always picture myself like a fashion designer or working in amazing places with, dress up beautifully, and I end up working in a farm with boots and mud every day. You know,
Great.
yeah. But right now, I can say that I love the world of flowers. I actually love them. It's amazing. Every time it changes a lot. So right now, I'm really, really happy, and I'm really happy to be in this life because for me, the social media today in flowers, it's really important, and I love to see people that are going. It's going. Sorry, it's starting to be part of this social media world because in
Yeah.
flowers is maybe a little bit closed mind in that way, a little bit. So for me, it's amazing to have this opportunity.
Yeah, well, yeah, we already talked about it a little bit, of course. Yeah, well, and I said it also in the last Instagram live we did with the people from Carmel. You know, you know, the flower industry is here in Colombia is still a little bit yeah, traditional, and
Yeah,
it's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's nice that there are young people like you are coming in and show the other people how we also can promote the flowers. And yeah, right now, for example, this is your first live,
yeah, my
and
first.
I was following you on LinkedIn, and we were talking a little bit, and I saw your TikTok videos. Well, like, yeah, well, she is a really nice influencer, and it will be really nice to be in contact with her, not only business-wise, but also, yeah, talk a little bit about social media and flowers, and that's what we're going to do today. Um, you're visiting us here right now.
Yeah.
What is the impression of the farm?
First of all, the farm is amazing. It's incredible. We are in a farm that is called Tandil in the savannah of Bogota. Actually, we are like 10 minutes away from my farm. We are really,
Hmm.
but it's amazing because it's a bigger farm from mine. So I can get a lot of ideas to improve our production in our farm. So I have been amazed by the farm. Actually, it's really amazing. All the tryouts that they have, all the varieties you can see, they are really kind. The person here, the persons here. So it's a really good experience for me. I love to go to bigger farms to learn. You know, because if you're smaller, you have to learn from the best ones or farms that are bigger than you, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's a really good experience.
Yeah, obviously this is a really big farm, production farm. Yeah, from a big group, of course, GHT, and yeah, they are really professional. So, for example, what did you saw today, which you were like, wow, that's something I need to take away to my farm?
I would love to have those tryouts. You know, I think for a lot of farms, it's really important that you try out first the varieties before
Mm-hmm.
you put it in your farm. You know,
Yeah.
so of course you need land, you need a lot of money to do that. But for me, that in the flowers, that's really important because if you start with a variety and you can't sell it next, it's a really big mistake. You know,
Okay.
it's a
Mm-hmm.
really in that way. So it's really important first to have those tryouts and maybe have some samples for your clients, see if the variety works before you start planting bigger.
Okay. Yeah. Well, no, I think it's really important to trial varieties, not only in roses, also in chrysanthemum. We know that. What are your markets in this moment?
Mainly, my biggest mass market is the mass market, for example, supermarkets. So we sell to Walmart, Costco, Publix. We focus more in that type of market, in consumer bunches. Also, we have
Mhm.
the type of wholesale and open market that is more as a bulk, a bunch of 25 roses. We also work in that market, but our main thing is supermarkets. The consumer bunch is our main market.
Okay. Well, we talked about it already. There is also a big growing part of the market, which is bouquets.
Yeah,
How do you see Fiori Colombia on that part?
actually, in this moment, we are looking to start maybe in a few years having more diversification of flowers for us to do our own bouquets, you know, and to offer our own bouquets, because of course you can buy another flowers from another farms, but
Hmm.
it's you can produce all of the types of roses or fillers that you need to do a bouquet. And
Yeah.
nowadays, I feel as a millennial, I feel that the millennial market and the centennial market, it's going to that point. You know, the people is looking more for stranger flowers, more novelties, and something that you haven't seen. And of
Yeah.
course, rose is beautiful. It's going to be all our life is going to be the main, I mean, the main classic rose or flower in the markets. But today you can mix it with another things and be, you know, because
Yeah.
what they are looking today, they need everything new, fresh, something
Yeah.
different. So for us, I see in the future, in the future, that we are going to be bigger. Yeah, we have we want to have a bigger market in that.
Yeah. Yeah, really nice. And I think that, yeah, well, you touched the theme of the millennials. I think that there will be even more space for some novelties, colors which are not like the traditional colors like I have behind me, more bicolor stuff. Yeah, and if we then take this bridge to what we are doing right now is promoting these new stuff like a breeder, like Icon,
Yeah,
and show them to these millennium people like, hey, look, this is there's not only yellow, we have also bicolor
or
roses.
Yes.
and we have also chrysanthemum with different forms and all of that. So yeah, I think that that you have really touched a really nice point, a good point, and we should be aware of that. I'm not saying that everybody needs to jump on Instagram right now and doing lives and show their product, but I think it would be nice, like for growers, to show the product to their audience, and not only in a portfolio sending to people in Miami. So,
Exactly.
and then there is this compliment to you that you are doing your videos and doing your TikTok, so you are going to reach people, and I think that's really important. And for me, doing this is also reaching out to the people and show our product and get feedback from our clients, and then the people can hear actually from, hey, oh, look, there is a product. A guy who's producing these varieties from Icon, and they like it. I maybe we should try it as well, or maybe we should check where we can buy it. Today you saw the trial, you saw production of Icon varieties.
Yeah,
Can you tell a little bit about what you liked about it, or maybe you didn't?
of course I did. We saw four varieties of roses. For
Yeah.
my favorite one was Clementina. That's the name. I think. Do you have it or have it? I think you.
You got Aperol. This is the Clementina.
Yeah, the Clementina. It's a beautiful bicolor yellow rose or orange rose. Sorry. And for me, as I was talking about, the bicolors right now are really, really trendy. So when I saw it, I immediately thought in my clients. So for me, it's really beautiful. Right now, after COVID, I feel that the yellow and the oranges are moving and are demanding more. Because the people want light in their houses. So before, the market was mainly pinks, hot pinks, or the red traditional colors. And right
Hmm.
now, the market is moving a lot in yellows and lighter colors, yellow, oranges. So when you show me those colors today, that you have varieties in those colors, I know they're going to work because they are demanding a lot of these colors. We planted 6 months ago more yellow and more orange because of
Hmm.
that, because we couldn't stop. Sorry, we our oranges and yellows wasn't enough in our
Okay.
farm, so that's why we
Hmm.
had to plant more of those colors.
Okay.
So for me, they're literally amazing. They're really, really long. Right now, the market also is asking for more length in the.
Okay.
So right now, that's really, really important.
And
And
why
we,
are they asking for more length?
yeah, more length in the stems. Yeah,
And why? Why are they asking for more length?
for premium roses.
Premium roses. Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, because the people is now getting to know more the flowers, maybe for social media or for COVID because they want to have nature in their houses, right?
Yeah.
Or light
Hmm.
because they are in their houses, they can't go out. Of course, right now it's not the same as 2 years ago, 1 year ago. It's not the same, but the
No.
people are used to it, and they are starting to buy more flowers and to know more about flowers, and they know the people starting to know that maybe a shorter flower it's going to be a smaller head. If you have more length, the head is going to be bigger, the flower is going to be bigger.
Yeah.
So I think the people is starting to know about these terms, these different aspects of the flowers.
Yeah.
And also in our case, we are trying to be more in the wholesale market. So for me right now, it's really important to have roses that are more bigger or have a lot of more length in the stem. So I'm
Okay.
looking out for that. Exactly.
Okay, nice. Well, you're talking about wholesalers. Of course, they are really the wholesalers are more with the florists and the designers and all that. So there will be the trends. Is there a trend you can see in roses in right now, in color or in size, or maybe you see more spray rose? Can you tell us something about that?
I think right now the vintage flowers are moving really, really, really well. Of course,
Okay.
maybe a little bit harder because the outside petals of the rose, for some people, they think that the rose is damaged or have a fungus or something, because they don't know that those petals are the ones that protect the rose, right?
Yeah.
So we have to teach the client that the rose is like that, and that's the beautiful thing, that it's vintage and you have a rose, a vintage rose, that's not the normal ones. So I have
No.
a lot of clients ask me for vintage roses, or maybe like sandy colors. I don't have in this moment a sandy color, for example, like a brownish color.
Yeah.
Is asking a lot of like these pastels or yeah, sandy colors. Also,
Yeah.
in the consumer bunches, I have seen that the supermarkets are buying a lot of rainbows. When I talk about rainbows, is for example a bunch that has 12 roses, so you can have 3 or 4 varieties or colors in that same bunch. There
Okay. Hmm.
that, for example, the Mother's Day of 2021, almost all of our orders for Walmart were only rainbows.
Okay.
That's maybe like a little bit new for the market, because if I'm not wrong, I have been 2 years in flowers. For the last years, the bigger for example, the bigger for supermarkets, the bigger market was solid colors, or yeah, of course, your box of assorted, but not with rainbows. And now the rainbows are really, really important for the supermarkets. The people are liking more to have 4 or 3 type of colors or variety in the same bunch, not just
Okay.
one, and it give you more color to your home, different colors. So
Yeah.
yeah, for me, maybe those, the rainbow bunches and vintage roses are moving a lot.
Nice, nice. Yeah, what we see also in chrysanthemum is the vintage color of the flower. You are talking about also the vintage form of the flower.
Yeah,
Do you see also the vintage colors coming up in roses or not?
right now I don't think so. We have to teach more to the customers about those type of roses or flowers actually, because
And
as I
how
said,
and how are we going to do that?
social media.
Hey! Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. And you wanted to say another thing. Say it. Say it.
Yeah, because the people doesn't know anything about flowers. The growers, they don't know anything. Before, when I worked in fashion, I can say that I didn't know anything. I didn't know how rose plant worked, how were the farms, how is all the process, the production. It's it's amazing, the work, and we sell and we export everything, mainly in my case, to the United States, and the people doesn't know how much work is behind that rose that you are buying in the supermarket. So
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
that's a goal that I have, to show the people how much work have that rose that you have in your living room. You know?
Yeah, and then you are only talking about the grower side, and we are the breeder side. So
Yeah,
when a variety is going to get commercial, before that there is a really long stage as
there
well of testing and
exactly. And for me, if you start explaining how it's the world of the breeders, because I don't know how they work, it's going to be amazing, because I actually didn't know. And for me, I would love to learn how it's all the tryouts and the lab things. I don't know what you do, mixed varieties and whatever you do. I don't know. But
that's
I
what
think
we do.
for the people. Actually, I think the people nowadays that they're using so much social media, we should help the people to learn more in social media, not just, I don't know, dances and beautiful pictures. That of course that's amazing, that's really cool, but it's really important to teach also to the people in social media, because nowadays for we lose a lot of time, watching TikToks or looking Instagram. So why not
Yeah,
use the social media to teach people, right?
yeah.
That's really, really important.
No, and I totally agree because that's why I'm doing this. Because people probably who are here in the group right now are going to hear new stuff about flowers. Actually, when we will be here again, week 25, Jan Haaksman, who is also looking, will be in our Instagram live with the rose breeder, Michael. And we are going to talk about like what is the process of breeding of roses and how we are going look to the roses and why are we selecting why are we selecting roses with this one yes and this one no. So to show the people a little bit like what is the process behind all those flowers, which you have in your house right now. It's much bigger than you think. The logistics and all the processes which are behind it is complicated, and I think you push the right button to say like, yeah, we should also use the social media as a education method, and yeah, really good you mention it, and that's also what I'm trying to do and inform the people. Of course, I'm trying to promote my varieties. Of course, I'm pushing my varieties, and but I think it's also really nice to educate the people for what is behind those varieties. What are we doing behind those varieties? What are you doing for promoting your varieties? Is also interesting to hear.
Yeah.
What I want to know from you is, and it's just the same theme. Why did you choose to go really focusing on the social media for Fiori Colombia?
Sorry, can you ask again? My cell phone just like had the low battery. Yeah. Can you ask again?
Oh,
Sorry.
but you have battery, right?
Yeah. I have.
Why are you so active on social media with your mark?
With my farm or with my
Yeah,
name?
with your farm, with your products, yes.
With my farm. Because for me, for example, when I started in flowers, I didn't know about anything. And for me, as a millennial, the first thought I have was, how am I going to look for new clients, right? So of course, I
Okay.
found the old way, maybe looking in Google or calling or sending an email. That of course that way works. It have always worked. But when I started moving the social media, for example, for Fiori, and showing more the wellness of our employees and everything, almost everyone have told me that they think Fiori is bigger than it is. You know that it's a really really big farm, and we just have 8 acres, so we're small.
Nice.
But that's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
I can say that right now I have had clients that I won because of Instagram. They write to me on Instagram. We start a relationship, commercial relationship. I start sending samples, and Instagram worked. Of course, I have clients that I looked up on webs or some recommendations from people, emails, of course. But I have clients that we start because of Instagram, actually. Also, I have ones that I start working with them because of LinkedIn, for example. So we have to use all the tools we have, right? So social media, the people doesn't think that Instagram maybe is going to work to look for new clients, but it does. It does work. And I
Okay,
can
nice.
that if you have a really good Instagram and you look for people, like a big company or like a big farm, and that you are doing it the right way, you're going to find those clients.
Yeah,
So
nice.
being really important, for example, for our farm, and you are showing that way to your clients, the roses, the bunches, how you process them, because we export everything. So our clients are in the States, are in Spain, in China. They can't come here every week. So
No.
it's beautiful for them to see everything in social media, or you know for them it's, I think it's difficult to ask for everyone to send you pictures, because you want to know or to show how your flowers are going in the farm that you're buying, right? So
Hmm.
it's easier for them to see how we process and how we work our flowers.
Hmm. Yeah, I think what you mentioned is also you are talking about obviously young people who are going to check your Instagram,
Yeah,
right? For now, we are also Icon not as really big. We just exist 7 years, and that's small because the other breeders are bigger and they're a very long time in the game.
yeah,
But I think that it's how can I explain it? It's important to be here, to have a present, and try to get more people involved with the flowers. And if you ask me, did I got some new clients? No, because we already know all the growers,
yeah,
right? In chrysanthemum.
yeah,
And with the roses, it's really difficult. This week I'm in Bogota, and I need to literally knock on wood, knock on doors, and say like, "Hey, my name is Guillermo Maecha. I'm from Icon Selections. I know that you are a rose farm. Are you interested in seeing my roses?" Traditional. I had to go there. I had to be there. And the guys who are running that show over there, they don't have Instagram. They don't react to my mails. So I had to do this the way like knocking on doors and say like, hey, this is a product what I have. Are you interested? I hope, and that's more a future thing. And if I listen to your story, it could be going well. I hope that the people will get more um, uh,
in,
into the social media with their flowers, because everybody is there on social media with their cars, with their jewels and all that stuff. But flowers, you see a lot of designers and you see a lot of florists, but the people who actually buy are not always there. And
yeah,
yeah, hopefully with this as well, I go on with this. And what I do is I send out also a mail. So people, if you want to have a mail of Icon, just put your mail in the chat, and I will put it on the list. And every month there will be a mailing list going out. And this is slowly working out.
yeah. And
To talk to the people.
in Colombia, for example, I can talk about Colombia. You see a lot of bigger farms, growers that doesn't have even a website, because
Hmm.
for them, they say, for example, I don't know, I have been doing this for 20 years, 15 years, and it's working, and they don't do anything more, and that's sad, because you have to be with all the changings that the world is having, all the tech, all the social media. You have to
Yeah.
be with them in that step. Of course, it's not easy. Of course, there's people that doesn't think that the social media or all the tools you have work. But I can say it for me that it does work, and I want to maybe I would love to see more young people in this sector, because it's going to sound bad, but in flowers, there's not young people. The people that you meet every day, or the owners of their farms, of the farms, they don't have young people in their companies, or maybe people that help them with social media. Maybe that's a problem. They don't have people, the
Mhm.
people that help them to show their farms in social media. But it's
Yeah,
really
well, and they don't know the opportunity, I think, as well. They don't know it. They don't know what is social media? What can I do with that? And they hear stuff from their grandchildren or whatever, and they're like, nah, this is nothing for me. Why should I be there? It costs me money to hire someone. Yeah.
yeah, and I have seen, for example, the kids of the sons, the daughters, the childs of owners of a farm, and they're not even interested in sector and in flowers, because
Hmm.
nowadays the people is just thinking in tech, in technology, working technology, but
Okay. Yeah.
the thing they don't know is that technology can also be in flowers and in the agri.
Oh,
you know the people have to know that. And for example, in Colombia, this sector is one of the biggest ones. So why we, as the young people of Colombia, why we don't want to help this big sector that gives a lot of jobs in the country?
yeah.
Why we don't want to help that, or to be better, to be like the Netherlands and their amazing greenhouses and everything.
Yeah, well, that's a faraway future from now on, I think.
Years ahead of us, but we have to go there. We have to have that goal. We can't
Yeah.
thinking in that way, and we have to be part of that growing in Colombia, of that growth in Colombia. We have
Yeah.
to. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
are looking this life to be part of it.
Yeah, 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 and I think that with discipline going on with this, which is my responsibility, yeah, I think that there will be more people interested. There will be more people checking it out, and it's also like I'm going to promote your stuff, and you can promote my stuff. It's and what Jan is also saying in the chat, like, yeah, well, there is a big world still open there
Yeah,
for social media in Colombia, and I think he's right. He is definitely right. Talking about social media, but I want to going back to the flowers. I have also here the gemstone, and I want to know what you think about this one, because we know that the yellow color is in this moment in the rose market. Yeah, the people are looking for a lot of them. These are the varieties that people want.
yeah.
This is gemstone from Icon. You saw it. You saw it in production. Can you give us a little bit of feedback?
For me, I think it's a beautiful yellow, the one that maybe it's easier to sell to the clients because it's a stronger yellow. I have seen in the market that the stronger yellow it is, it's easier to sell. So for me, that's the right yellow. That's the yellow that the market asks, because it's the one that give you the light that you're looking for your home. For example, the plants were amazing. Were really really high, really big stems, really strong, and it looks like a really really good variety in in the tryouts. Can you remember me how much was the productivity of that rose? Do you know?
Oof, that's a good question. I have to check that. I will put it in the chat. The guys in the live have to understand also that I'm really new in roses. My experience is only chrysanthemum, and with Icon, my experience in roses was like really new, and uh, and I'm really bad in numbers actually. So that's it's. I know that I have to be better in that. So, and it's a really important question you're asking there. The question, highlight this question, because why for you as a grower it's important to know what is the productivity of a rose.
Main thing that we seek, and even how do you say fitosanitario, in
Hygiene protocol.
yeah, in that way, it's really important also to see the plant in the greenhouse because you can see if it works in rainy seasons or in hot seasons. That's really important. And the productivity, of course, for a farm, it's maybe the main thing that you seek, for example, because you look for production. You have a minimum that you have to reach, and of course, if it's more productive, you can sell more. You can have more flowers.
Yeah.
So that type of question when we go to the open houses or to see varieties is one of the main things. And the length,
One,
of course, the length.
the length.
Yeah, the length. It's really, really important. I think um, they told us in the tryout it was 50s and 60s, if I'm not wrong, the length of
Yeah.
that. So for me, it works perfectly because, as I said,
Hmm.
I'm trying to be more in the premium market, open market. So for me, it was an amazing plant and variety.
And and the flower size, the head size.
It was perfect. It's bigger than 5 centimeters. That's the minimum that we have to have. So it's big. It's like with a big, I don't know how to say it, like belly patty, you know.
Yeah.
That is more that it's a rose that is easier to sell because there are a lot of varieties that are thinner, and when the people see that are thinner or have less petals, it's
Yeah.
easier. Sorry, it's difficult to sell. The people are looking for more petals or for a bigger head, so
Okay.
a lot in that variety, for example.
We also were looking at a new pink one.
Oh,
And yeah, you saw a pink one. It was a hot pink, and you straight away said like, "Hey, it doesn't have needles." How
yeah.
important is that for you guys?
For us in the post harvest, it's an amazing help because in the part that we take out all the, how do you say, needles?
Needles, yeah,
Yeah,
spines, needles.
it's more time to process. So it's more work for the person that is taking out those and yeah, making the classification of the rows. So if
Okay,
you help the person
thorns. Thanks,
process
Jan. Thorns.
thorns, needles is another thing, thorns. So
Thorns.
process away, it's going to be faster for a farm to process that row. So for that, that's amazing. We have only one variety, but it's maybe like that. And you see how many roses they process in an hour, and it's almost maybe the twice than the other ones that have thorns.
Yeah,
So it's a plus. It's a really
it's a
big,
plus.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, really nice. Yeah, that's really nice. That is good to know, of course. In the background, you have the other variety, which is Aperol. We don't have it. Can you show it?
Yeah.
I don't have it here. We
Is it?
put it some roses over there. Yes.
It's more solid orange. You can see it
Yeah.
here.
Mm-hmm.
It's really beautiful
And
color.
it's on the belly. It has a little bit of yellow.
Yeah, here in the below part. Yeah, it's really amazing. For me, it reminds me to the Orange Crush variety, but this one is
Yeah.
better. It's better because it has no the orange crush sometimes has a smaller head, and a lot of stems go to 40 centimeters length because of the head. So if
Okay.
you have a orange with a big head, that is not common. That's the thing with the orange and the yellows. They don't have big heads. Is really important because we lose a lot of length and production because of the head, because of the
Okay. Hmm.
length of the head. So, for example, you can have a stem that is, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 centimeters, but if the head
Hmm.
not bigger than 5 centimeters minimum, it doesn't work. If it's less, you have to chop it up to a 40s because
See,
that's like the rules for the flowers.
yeah.
So to see an orange with a big head is really, 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 really important and really important for us because that means that you're not going to lose a lot of production to put it in a 40 centimeter length stem. And
Yeah,
I
well,
really
that's pretty good info, and it's info I didn't know, so that's also nice. Nice to, yeah, that's really nice to hear. Yeah, when we were walking around on the farm, you guys were also asking us like, yeah, when you have these selections flowering, are we invited? And of course, in week 25, when Jan and Michael are here, we you are invited, and you can see all the new selections we have. And it would be really nice to have you guys here.
yeah, I would love
And,
to
and then the number one question: do we have potential to get into Fiori roses?
yeah, definitely. I was
Great, great, great.
or I was looking for Clementina. I told you. It was one of my top choices when I planted my new oranges roses.
Okay.
I changed my mind. We end up, yeah, planting another orange rose, but
Uh-huh.
the Clementina was in my top choice. I told you that I didn't select it because, we thought
Yeah.
another thing. We didn't know the breeder in that moment. But as of today, if you have told me that the Clementina, I don't know if I was going to plant in 1 month, and I see today the Clementina for sure, I will plant it 100%. It's a beautiful bicolor, and I have
Yeah.
heard of owners of flower farms that they recommend this variety a lot. It's amazing in production. And as we said, that's the main thing with seek production.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, of course, the thing is that there was a rumor going on that there
Yeah,
was an exclusive, that these rows was exclusive for one farm,
yeah.
and that's not true. So this rose can be for everybody to
Yes.
grow.
It was a mistake for us for because I didn't look for the right information maybe because yeah, I just heard the rumor and I didn't know that well in that moment. But right now I know you exist that I can exist and the varieties you have. Clementina is yours. I didn't know.
Yeah. Hmm.
So it's easier. As I told you, for a farm, it's really important to have like that relationship with the breeders and to be more, I don't know, to have a close relationship.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
all I can say 100% that of course I will have your your varieties.
Okay, nice. Yeah. No, great, great. This Instagram live was really great. I had a really great time. I learned a lot, and I learned also that I have to be more precise with my numbers. Uh, and I will do that. You gave me this heads up. Uh, some last words?
To the people, be in social media and learn more about flowers, please. And follow us, Fiori
Ah,
Colombia.
okay, yeah, of course.
And I can select,
The,
of course.
the call to action, yeah, of course. No, follow us. In 2 weeks, we will be back
Yeah,
with another Instagram live with a new guest. I'm not going to say who, but it's a really nice guy. And we're going way back with flowers, so that's going to be also really nice. For now, I want to thank you, Anna. It was really great to have you. It was also really great that you could be here with us at the farm, looking at our varieties, giving me feedback on our variety, which for us as a breeder is super important. And yeah, maybe we should do another live in another time when you have Clementina in your farm.
of course, we will. I assure.
Okay, great. Once again, for the people who were there, thank you for being with us here. I saw a lot of people, a lot of faces. Thank you. Follow us, follow Anna, and check for more information. Put a mail in the chat so I can send you the mailing. You put you on the mailing list, and I will see you guys next time on Instagram with Icon Selection Connects. Ciao.
Bye. Thank you.